Have you ever felt like life just said no to you? Like you gave your best, you tried harder than ever, you showed up with hope, and still, it didn't work out. The opportunity slipped away. The person you cared about walked away. The door you believed was meant for you stayed closed. And in that moment, it feels personal. Like somehow you weren't enough. Like maybe if you were smarter, better, stronger, more attractive, more successful, things would have turned out differently. So you sit there replaying everything in your mind, wondering where you went wrong, questioning your worth, questioning your path, questioning yourself. And slowly that word starts echoing in your head. Rejection, rejection from people. Rejection from opportunities, rejection from life itself. And the more you think about it, the heavier it feels. Like life is pushing you away from everything you want. Like every time you reach for something, it disappears. Like you're being denied over and over again. And after a while you start believing it. You start believing that maybe this is just how your life is supposed to be. That maybe you're just not meant for the things you dream about. But what if that's not true? What if nothing in your life has actually rejected you? What if everything that didn't work out wasn't pushing you away, but guiding you somewhere else? Because here's something most people don't realize. Rejection and redirection can look exactly the same in the moment. They feel the same. They hurt the same. They confuse you the same way. But they are not the same thing. Rejection says you are not enough. Redirection says there is something else meant for you. And the problem is, when we're in the middle of it, we can't tell the difference. All we feel is the loss. All we see is the closed door. All we hear is the silence. And we assume the worst. We assume we failed. We assume we weren't chosen. We assume we weren't worthy. But life doesn't operate the way we think it does. Sometimes the door doesn't open. Not because you don't deserve what's behind it, but because what's behind it isn't meant for you. And if you walked through it, it would have taken you further away from where you're supposed to be. Think about all the times something didn't work out. The job you didn't get, the relationship that ended, the opportunity that disappeared. At the time, it felt like a loss. It felt like something was taken from you. It felt like life was unfair. But look at where you are now. Look at who you've become. Look at the things you've learned, the strength you've built, the awareness you've gained. And ask yourself this. Would you be this person today if everything had gone the way you wanted back then? Or would you still be stuck in a version of your life that felt comfortable but wasn't truly right for you? Because sometimes what feels like rejection is actually protection. Protection from things that look good on the surface, but would have broken you in the long run. Protection from paths that seem right, but lead to places that don't align with who you're meant to become. Protection from people who were never meant to stay in your life beyond a certain point. But when you're in that moment, you can't see it that way. You just feel the disappointment, the frustration, the confusion. You feel like you're falling behind. Like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck. Like doors are opening for others but closing for you. And it's hard not to take that personally. It's hard not to internalize it. To think there must be something wrong with you. But maybe nothing is wrong with you. Maybe you're just being redirected. Maybe life is quietly adjusting your path, moving things out of the way, clearing space for something you can't see yet. Because if you got everything you wanted exactly when you wanted it, you wouldn't question anything. You wouldn't grow. You wouldn't evolve. You wouldn't become the version of yourself that can actually handle the life you're asking for. And that's the part people don't talk about. Everyone wants the outcome, but not everyone is ready for it. And sometimes the delay, the closed door, the rejection is what prepares you. It builds you. It shapes you into someone who can step into that future without falling apart. But in order for that to happen, something has to not work out. Something has to fall away. Something has to say no. And that no isn't there to stop you. It's there to guide you, to shift you, to move you towards something better, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Because life doesn't always give you clarity in the moment. Sometimes it only makes sense looking back. Sometimes you only understand why something didn't happen after you've already moved forward, after you've already become someone new. And then one day you look back and you realize that thing you cried over, that opportunity you thought you needed, that person you thought you couldn't live without, if it had worked out, it would have kept you in a place that no longer fits who you are today. And that's when it hits you. You weren't rejected. You were redirected. Every closed door was a turn. Every ending was a shift. Every disappointment was a step towards something more aligned with your life, your growth, your purpose. And suddenly the pain starts to make sense. Not completely, but enough for you to breathe again. Enough for you to stop blaming yourself. Enough for you to trust that maybe, just maybe, things are unfolding the way they're supposed to. So if you're in a place right now where something didn't work out, where you feel like life is saying no to you, where you feel like you've been rejected, take a moment and consider this. What if this isn't the end? What if this is a redirection? What if this is life moving you away from something that isn't meant for you and guiding you towards something that is? Even if you can't see it yet, even if it doesn't make sense yet, even if it hurts right now. Because sometimes the path you want isn't the path you need. And life has a way of correcting that. Not to punish you, but to protect you. Not to stop you, but to prepare you. Not to reject you, but to redirect you. And one day you'll look back at this moment. This exact moment that feels confusing and painful. And you'll understand. You'll see that nothing was taken from you. You were simply being guided somewhere else, somewhere better, somewhere that fits who you are becoming. And when that day comes, you won't call it rejection anymore. You'll call it direction.